Hey everyone, welcome to our rapid fire video this week. We have a special guest with us on the video. It's Peter Facinelli. You may know him from Can't Hardly Wait, Twilight, The Big Kahuna, even the movie Freezer, which was one of my favorites. And he's got a brand new film out that he directed and he stars in, and that's called The Vanished. Hey Peter, how you going?
How are you, man? Good to see you.
Thanks for indulging me in a bit of rapid fire. You're in the hot seat right now.
Awesome.
So I'm going
I'm
to
feeling warm. I'm feeling warm.
Yeah. For people that have never seen this, we just fire off rapid, non-specific questions to our guests and see how they go. They're pretty simple questions. But our first one off the bat is, what's one of the earliest videos you can remember renting as a kid?
Oh, wow. That's a good one. As a kid, I would say E.T. I don't know why E.T. came to mind.
That's the first film I saw at the cinemas.
Really? The
Yeah.
first film I saw at the cinemas was Annie, actually.
Wow.
And it's a funny story because my dad wanted to take me to see Raiders of the Lost Ark, but I was 10 years old and I didn't know what that was. It sounded like a biblical kind of movie. So I was like, I don't want to see that because I thought it was like some kind of weird religious movie about like Noah's Ark, you know? And so I was like crying that I wanted to see Annie. So he took me to see Annie, which I probably would have enjoyed Raiders of the Lost Ark, but I didn't know what it was.
I don't know why, but I hate Annie so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I didn't know any better back then. My dad fell asleep when he took, and that was the first movie that I remember going to see.
Oh, hilarious. All right. Well, what is your favorite carnival food?
Carnival food. Oh, I would say there's something in New York they're called Zeppelis. They're like little powdered donuts. They're really good.
Excellent. I can get behind that.
Yeah.
What was the first
They're
album
making my
you
mouth water
purchased?
right now.
First album you purchased?
It was Queen, Another One Bites the Dust.
Awesome. And what was the first concert you went to?
Wow, I went to concerts. I never went to concerts when I was younger. I think the first concert I really saw was Jeff Buckley. I got to see Jeff Buckley play live. Yeah.
That would be amazing.
That was the first concert, yeah. Yeah.
Incredible. And I hope I'm not mistaken here, but you have 3 daughters, 2 of whom are teenagers.
Yes.
Have they seen Can't Hardly Wait?
They've all seen Can't Hardly Wait.
Yeah. That must be a trip to see their dad in that role.
Yeah, hopefully they laughed. I wasn't with them when they watched it, but they all said they liked it.
And I hope they didn't ask for watermelon afterwards. What's more fulfilling for you, acting, writing, or directing?
Wow, that's a good question. I think directing, there's a bigger responsibility there, and I like collaborating a lot more with directing because you're collaborating with so many people in so many departments. But I still love acting. I think directing is the most challenging, but I still love acting, and writing is such a beautiful outlet too. I mean, writing's like playing God. You're just like, and then Bill gets hit by a bus. Oh wait, I like him. Bill nearly gets hit by a bus. Awesome. So it's kind of fun to create the world, and then man, they're all so different. They're 3 different, completely different creative outlets, but I would say directing is definitely the most challenging.
Excellent. Alfred Hitchcock used to rub his hands together with glee when he scared his audience. Does it thrill you to know that I jumped out of my skin twice when I watched The Vanished?
Yes. Hopefully at that one part down the hallway. I don't want to spoil it for readers, but
yeah,
something jumps
absolutely. and another scene beside the lake, which I won't give away.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got next? We covered this on the interview, and I would implore everybody to go back to the podcast and have a listen to that. But where did the idea for The Vanished come from?
I took a road trip with my daughter. She was about 5 at the time, and I rented an RV and went from New York to LA in 30 days on a road trip. And we pulled into this little mom and pop RV park in the middle of nowhere. And when I went to pay, there was some gunshots and that I heard off in the distance. And the guy, behind the counter said, don't worry about that. That's just there's a prison down the road. If there's 1 or 2 gunshots, it's fine. But if there's more, come running to the front desk, because usually they do drills. But if there's more than 2 or 3 gunshots, there's a problem. So I couldn't sleep all night because I kept thinking, well, what if somebody escapes a prison, and what if someone takes my daughter, and how would I find her in the middle of this, like in these woods? It'd be looking like for a needle in a haystack. And then all those questions kind of started the seeds for this movie about 2 parents who go to an RV park and their daughter goes missing.
Was The Vanished always the title right from the beginning?
No, originally it was RV Park, which was just kind of a working title. And then I changed it to Hour of Lead. In the beginning of the movie, there's a poem by Emily Dickinson, and it's called Hour of Lead. And it's about that moment of heaviness in your life. But I think the film company was like, well, people might think it's Hour of Lead, or because lead's spelled the same as lead, and we don't want it to be confusing, and so they liked The Vanished, and so I went with that. But the poem is still there.
It works. Have you ever been to Australia?
Yes, I've been to Sydney. I've been to Melbourne. I've been to Gold Beach. I really, really enjoyed it.
Was that for work purposes or personal?
Yeah, for like Comic-Cons. They have the Comic-Cons out there, and I was just blessed to be able to come out there and hang with some really wonderful people, and see the kangaroos, and the Sydney Opera House, and I actually got to learn a little Australian. I could say this. You say rise, up, and lights, right? Rise, up, lights. So what do you shave with? Rise up lights. Rise up lights.
I love that. Mate. Well, I'm in Melbourne, so if you're ever back down here for any of our cons, I'll be sure to get along.
Yeah, I loved Melbourne. It was great.
All right, almost done. What's the best thing about being a kid in the 80s?
I would say Run DMC and rap and Adidas sneakers.
Wow, yeah. Cool. And all right, this is the final question to give our viewers. Do you want to give our viewers a brief sales pitch on The Vanished for anyone that hasn't seen it and should?
Yeah. So The Vanished is a movie. It's I feel like I have to rush through it now and say this really wonderful thing, but here we go. The Vanished is a psychological thriller about 2 parents who go to this RV park with their daughter, and their daughter goes missing within the first 10 minutes, and it's kind of this Hitchcockian whodunit. So you get to try to figure out who took the kid, and along with the parents, and they take you on a wild ride. So if you're into like mystery movies and thrillers and solving cases, have fun with it. Thomas Jane stars with Anne Heche and Jason Patrick. I play a little role in it, and I also directed and wrote it.
Awesome. Well, I can attest to all of that, and I thought it was a totally effective and engaging mystery with all the right amount of thrills. And The Vanished does hit home entertainment this month, thanks to Eagle Entertainment. And if you go back and listen to our podcast, we've got copies to give away. So go and do that. But Peter, it's been heaps of fun, mate. Thank you so much for sticking around and playing some rapid fire.
Yeah, thanks. It's super, super fun. I had a blast.
Awesome.
Good day, mate.